Why, hello, good people of the internet. My name's Craig from Chameleon Cafe and the Orchard Church Podcast, and I'm going to teach you how we make barbecue today at the Chameleon Cafe. What I have here is I smoked some onions. I just took an onion, I cut it in giant rings like I was gonna make onion rings, and I put it in my smoker for about an hour. And they turn soft and get a little dry, and then I put them in Dr. Pepper and soaked them overnight so they absorb that moisture and plunked back up. And I'm gonna take these and put them in my Vitamix. So we're gonna have some noise here, pardon me. So we're gonna So we need to completely liquefy those in our Vitamix, right? Because we don't want to have big chunks of onion that if we're making a, we put it in a squirt bottle here at the cafe. We don't want big chunks of onion clogging up the squirt bottle. I have here a little more than 3 pounds of ketchup. You can just use any generic brand, right? You don't have to worry about getting an expensive name brand ketchup because you're just going to be, making it into barbecue anyway. All you need is a good tomato base. So I already emptied the the ketchup into here, and I put water in this bottle. This is my second bottle. And I'm gonna get the rest of that ketchup out of there with the water. We need to add quite a bit of water to this barbecue sauce because it cooks a long time, and we need all that extra liquid in there to be able to evaporate and reduce, giving us a long cook time. If we have a super viscous liquid at the beginning, you're risking burning to the bottom. So you want to make sure you do add some water. No matter how small batch of barbecue you're making, you're going to want to make sure you add a little bit of water to lower the viscosity before cook time. All right, so I added about 6 cups of water total to 3 pounds of ketchup, 1 can of Dr. Pepper, 1 smoked onion. I have here some red wine that I turned into vinegar last February, and I just want to add a little bit. I want to add about a half a cup or so. All right, and I have all of my brown sugar and seasonings already measured out here. So you can put whatever kind of seasonings in your barbecue you want. I highly recommend brown sugar, cayenne, something pretty spicy. You're gonna want to lay off the salt, a little bit of salt maybe, but you probably want to let it reduce and season it with salt towards the end, because there's already going to be a lot of salt in your tomato ketchup. All right, and then I'm gonna add about a half a pound of yellow mustard. And again, I've been cooking for over 20 years, so it's pretty easy for me to guesstimate half a pound of mustard out of a 1 pound 4 ounce container. I can eyeball half a cup pretty well. All right, so we're just gonna bring this over and show you inside. All right, and then we're just gonna mix all this stuff together with a whisk, and we're gonna put it on low heat. I like to use this electric induction and burner because it gives me really good control over the heat, and it creates nice even heat on the bottom. All right, if you don't have an induction burner, which most of you probably don't, use whatever heat source you got. Gas, electric, doesn't really matter. We're gonna cook this for hours and hours and hours. and we're gonna let it reduce really, really, really low. I'm gonna bring it up to a slight boil, and then I'm gonna turn it all the way down to my lowest setting and just let it rock and roll for 3-4 hours until it reduces. It'll have a beautiful, I don't even know what color you would call it, barbecue sauce colored. And you taste it and you let it reduce to the thickness you want, and that's it. So that's how you make barbecue sauce. Thanks for tuning in.